everyone! Happy Halloween, everyone! Or happy October 31st. Whatever you're celebrating today or however you're celebrating it, we are in our pumpkin patch today with our little pumpkin shop. And as you can see, I brought our banners that I had decorated down, and it has been a little while. You can see some new trees over here, and I'm going to explain that here very shortly. You probably saw it in the thumbnail already. But there is our pumpkin patch. We have all of our pumpkins growing up now, and everything is all finalized, and the pumpkins are growing all over the place like a normal pumpkin patch. If you've ever actually been to a real pumpkin patch, they are everywhere. And as you can see, we come over here, we have our finalized little the scarecrows all over the place, and then I have a new gate. So in today's episode, in the theme of Halloween, we are going to be building a spooky mansion, and this will be our second home away from home. It's big. This is honestly one of my biggest builds that I'm trying to date, and I'm gonna try to do it in replay. It'll probably get done in bits and pieces, but let me explain how this looks. So we're right next to our stables with our flower farm, and I started growing up tons and tons of these giant pine trees, so spruce and or just the pine, and getting all of this lovely brown dirt to make it look very spooky down here. Now we're going to be planting a lot more trees and foliage. It's going to be very spooky. Hopefully, that's my thought anyway. But let me show you the layout here. So this is going to be the front porch. So this is where the old farmhouse, we're going to say it's like an old spooky mansion, comes up, and you're going to have a covered porch that goes through here. There's going to be a separate little area that has kind of a tower up at the front portion, and this is square. It's like a 12 by 12 square that I'm going to try. There's a secondary porch that wraps around. There'll be another door leading into the main house. And then this is the main house, and I'm going to section it off so that there's multiple rooms in here. I haven't decided whether it's going to be a 2-story house or not, but it probably will be. And then there's another tower off to the back side, and this tower was built to look out over the rest of the kind of ocean, little bay area that we have here, and the village. And then there'll be another back door to get in and out of this, to be able to get over to our little pine forest that I am growing back here. Now, a couple of these trees might still have to come down, but I have been collecting tons of supplies, and oh, well, hello there. Do you have anything that I'm looking for?
Huh.
No. Excuse me, sir, you need to get me nautilus shells. I need nautilus shells. You and your friends here need to go on a trip into the ocean and get me nautilus shells. Yes, it's for a plan I have coming up soon, once this is built. Yes, so that is your goal. Go off and find, there you go. Go off and find what you need to do. Alright, now that he is gone, we are going to kind of look over a few of our little materials that we have that I'm going to be building all of this from. Obviously, I have tons and tons of spruce. As I said, I've been growing tons of trees, so I have all the spruce I could ever use. I think the walls of this place are going to be in the spruce, maybe. I haven't decided yet, but I think I'd like to do it out of spruce and all of this deep slate, make it really dark and kind of broody and old looking. And then we have plenty of like tealy blocks. I'm debating whether or not that's just going to be decorative or it's going to be part of the roof. And I also have tons of copper upstairs kind of working on, and up at the top, up above in our garden area, I have copper oxidizing. And then we have lots of other warped blocks and warp stems. Again, I'm thinking some of these will be part of the color palette, and then I have all these blocks of copper too, which reminds me I should get some more of these oxidizing as well. boop, boop, boop. If you've ever played with the new copper blocks, the best way to oxidize these things in advance is in their rough form like this. So it's their solid form, so when you cut them, they'll turn into 4 blocks. And if you do it where they're spread out at least 4 blocks apart, it will make it so that they oxidize faster. So we'll have our copper field out here and get those oxidizing. And yeah, and then I have some other black stone, some dark stained glass, and some other stone blocks depending on what I want to do. But let me get started. I think I'll tackle some of the walls first, maybe, and then come back and work on the porch. Maybe. Yeah, I should raise up at least, get this area done, and then we'll come back and I will show you what the next steps are. I have an idea, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get building. So I seriously misjudged how many materials that I was going to need for this build. So I thought I'd bring you back in. This tower I almost completely built and then realized that I had forgotten to start recording. So that's why that appeared all of a sudden. And then I started building up the walls around the place. And as I've said in previous videos, I do these without any too much preparation ahead of time. But what I do know is that we have our little front porch area. And I think I might do a couple of these arches here. I'm definitely going to build out this wall and kind of push some things back and give it a lot more depth in this, whatever this evil tower is. We've got the little front porch area. I'm going to build a little awning over it, so we'll have a little roof area there. And then you can come into the main living room. I'm going to put a giant big old fireplace against this wall. So I'm going to build out around here, and then we'll have some couches around here. And then if you come into this area will be probably like an office or a library. Yeah, we're going to put a library in here. And then there'll be multiple stories in this one. As you can see, I started to lay in a staircase. I'm going to change these bricks out and actually put some different kind of color walls inside, but I haven't decided what it is yet. So right now those are temporary placeholders. And then there's the side entrance porch area, and I'm going to probably put some like chairs or seating out there so you can kind of look out into the woods from there. This is the second story for some of our build. Maybe that, maybe not. I haven't decided yet. And so we'll have big spooky staircase, and then we'll lead into here, and this will be the formal dining room. And then this is actually I'm actually gonna glass a lot of this in. So this is gonna be like stained glass so that you can actually see all the way through the ocean, and it's kind of gonna be a terrarium. So there'll probably be like old trees in here, and we'll build those inside. And then over here is going to be our kitchen. So the kitchen pantry area will be underneath the staircase. Let me get this block here. And we'll probably have a whole bunch of stoves, and I'll eventually have probably some kitchen windows we'll add in here too, because we want to have some windows. So that is the lower floor. I'm gonna go get more materials. I obviously need to texture these walls because right now it's just plain deep slate brick and it's kind of ugly. So I need to do some cracked brick and some other things in there. Maybe some smooth stone like it's been fixed up. But yeah, this is what we have so far, and let's continue our spooky build. Hi there and welcome back. We have a lot of progress that has happened, well, by the table that's in front of me. A lot of progress has happened, and you can kind of see around me that there was a lot of stuff that I did not do on the time-lapse videos, but I hope you enjoyed those. I had a whole bunch of issues with getting Replay Mod to work properly, and it takes forever to render, and I am not a patient person. I have a full-time 40-hour-a-week job. So let me take us on a tour of what we have built so far. And it's a lot more than what you saw on the time lapses. I have finished putting together the greenhouse portion. Put all the stained glass in. I'm starting to work on greenery. There's a lot more to do. And obviously, we might make this look dead. Like right now, I'm making it a spooky mansion, but I'm honestly decorating it like it's not Halloween. This will be the dining room, as I mentioned before, but I realize I'm going to need dark oak for that to make that different. In through these doors, here is our kitchen, and this is kind of just my setup place. We'll probably decorate the rest of the kitchen later. I've got a couple of furnaces in here, and then I also have a couple of looms, and putting campfires underneath to make them smoke makes them look a lot like grills. So I'm gonna set that up, put a hood, a range over it or something. And then gonna switch this table out for dark oak at some point as well, just to kind of make it split up. And I like this glazed terracotta, so I've added it in a couple places. This I realized was not even. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here and 1, 2, 3 blocks here, but then there's 1, 2, and then one too. So I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am like OCD about that kind of thing. But for now, and it's not centered with the fireplace, so I might have to take these out because it's a 3 wide fireplace. But there is the living room so far. Again, I said I haven't decorated this place for Halloween yet. I have a couple like kind of spooky things going on in here, and it's a little darker upstairs, and you'll see why in a minute. Um, but I need to put spider webs and that sort of thing. Now, back over here, soon to be enchanting setup, although I need more obsidian, is going to be right in here to kind of do for our enchanting. There's also going to be a secret passageway here eventually, but I haven't built it yet. Leading out into the porch area, I started growing a little pumpkin patch, and then have some jack-o'-lanterns set up down here. And this, obviously, I added an extra door to the kitchen, so it makes sense if the people who were running the kitchen, you know, the servants, they came from over there and would come straight into the door, into the kitchen, through this way. And then also have, like, kind of be hidden, not by the guests, like staircase, whatnot. So we head up to the staircase. Right now, this is kind of a work in progress. I want to put carpets in here and maybe some more bookshelves and such. Spare bedroom, or like a guest bedroom, has just a little bit of bits and pieces as I've been going. And then the master bedroom. So I still have carpets and string missing to put them up for the four-poster bed here, but I like how it's looking so far. Plus there's this big sofa area to rest and relax and just kind of hang out and do your thing on the sofas and just hang out in my own bedroom and read. Continuing on, I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with this extra space. I do want to put a wardrobe over here. And then this is going to be a bathroom. Very big empty space here. Oh, and we're not done yet. Over here, we have another room. I think I'm going to put a staircase leading to this next level instead of, and it might be a spiral, I'm not sure yet, to go up instead of the ladder. And then I'm working on the ceiling bit, but I had to go back to the deep dark for all of this beautiful sculk block. And now you might have an idea of why I did the roofs and the color palette I did, because I want this whole room to be sparkly stars at some point. Now, what am I going to do with this room? I have no idea. If you have an idea, put it in the comments below. I'm going to be working on this very soon, right after Halloween. We're going to continue with the spooky build for a little while. These blocks, the copper blocks, will slowly oxidize until it all looks that same color palette there. But I ran out of I wanted to get it finished. I wanted to get it finished for you. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the attic space yet. It could be something spooky. It could be more rooms. It might be storage. Like, this would be an awesome storage area, except for the fact it's a maze getting up here. This one also could just be a big, giant storage room. As I said, a secondary. This is kind of going to be my secondary base. Don't know, like maybe a laboratory or something creepy in here too. So that is the interior. Let me take a snooze here and I'll show you the exterior. So here is our somewhat grand reveal of this place. Obviously, I need to take this tree down. The idea behind these giant pine trees is that all old farmhouses in my history, I know, always have these giant, like, pine trees. And that's why I have them here. Like, somebody had planted them a long time ago, and then they have just gone crazy. But that one just blocks off too much of what you see here. So let me get up here a little bit, and you can kind of get a better look at the building itself. So that's what the outside looks like. As I said, I added a whole bunch of different depths. So I have warped wood as a deeper area, then you have the deep slate, and then the black stone around it. And then I have the nether brick in through there for the roof, and I like it ties in very well together. As you can see, I'm growing some chorus fruits there still. There's a lot more to do. Just different blocks. I want to add some more end rods into my build. And there's the look of it from here. I might take a few of these other trees out too, since there's no real direct line of sight for this place, which I'm kind of sad. It was intentional, but also not. There's the fireplace, and I think I'd like to get some spider webs and some other blocks merged into there. Maybe take some more stairs and make it look like bits and pieces of this have fallen apart. And you're hearing all of these mobs that are on the other side of this wall that I built. Oop, goodbye. On the back side here, there is the greenhouse. So there's our cute little greenhouse that I built. And again, the back side of this one, I think I'm going to need to have some kind of border across it, since I don't have I don't have a porch or anything on the back side here. But I did start to build some porches into this and the pumpkins. Come down in through the pine forest here. And there's a couple windows with some shutters. And I'm still trying to figure out which trees need to stay and which trees need to go. But I'm really loving the look of that roof line there on the porch. And then you can kind of look up into the big scary building that's up at the front. Ooh, another pumpkin. I'll be continuing a lot of different decoration and spookifying, and I realize that this video has gone a little longer than I originally hoped. This build has taken me probably more than 16 hours to do in real time, and I've condensed it all down in a nice short format for you. And I meant to have it all spookified by Halloween itself, and that didn't happen. But I hope you have a great holiday. I hope you have fun trick-or-treating if you went out trick-or-treating tonight, or if you were giving out candy like I'll be doing this evening. With my beautiful haunted house in real life, I love decorating, so that's why I love decorating on Minecraft too. I wish we had more cool decorative Halloween blocks for Halloween. Now, I will have one more recording. I hope it's going to come out after Halloween, but recorded on Halloween, where we will search for the mobs with pumpkin heads and whatnot, and I would like to tag a few and maybe leave them in this house somewhere. So let me know what you think, and I will see you next Monday. Bye for now.